Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Mark, and you're here for the same reason I'm here today, and that is to talk about the most infamous G.I. Joe classified figure to date, and that figure is the Network Regal Cobra Commander. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing you're probably wondering is, are these the real Network figures? And the short answer is yes, they are. The long answer is, I have to give a little bit of backstory on this before we get into reviewing the figure. I was able to secure two figures from a person who knew someone who worked at the network, or at least knew someone who worked at the network. I was able to get both of these figures in. You may have seen one of them listed on eBay. It was sold to me. It was not sold for the price tag that was listed, obviously. If you were to go back and look at the auction, I did not pay what it says. He accepted my offer, and then we had a discussion, and I was actually able to secure a second one. So during receiving these figures, I was doing as much research into it as I could, and when I received my first figure, I noticed something. And what I noticed was this. On the back of these figures, they have a tampoed on number. In this case, you can barely see it, F125. F125, if you actually were to go back and watch the network video that they show with the fella showing the figure off, showing the packaging, there is a moment where he flips the box over, and I paused it at that point in the video, and the same F125 number shows up in the video. So I think that's pretty much proof positive this is the exact same figure from the network. Now the other figure also has a stamp on the back of its box, which is F134, I believe. F134. I've been jokingly calling these my Stormtrooper Cobra Commanders based off the names on the boxes. But yeah, I think between those two things, these are the two samples that the network had. One of them came to me, tape still over top of the box, and one came to me still in the box, but there was never any tape on the box, the top of the box, so it must have came shipped that way. Other things I've noticed about the figure we'll go into here in just a second. So yeah, that's the longer version of the story. I was able to get both these figures. I'm very excited to own them, and when they come out later this year, I think you'll be just as pleased and excited as I am. So let's get into the figure now. So here he is, Regal Cobra Commander in all of his glory. This figure is amazing. I love the blue and gold. I love the additional paint deco on the feet and shins of the boots. I love the golden gun. I love the golden sword. This is a great figure, and I don't understand why they changed it. I mean, here, compare for yourself. Which one do you like more? They are both solid figures, but man, something about that golden, bright, brilliant blue. It's interesting that they didn't even bother to change the artwork to match the figure for the standard release. I mean, it's still the same. But as you can clearly see, there's nothing other than cosmetics different with the figures. They're still the exact same figure with just different paint apps. So let's pull this guy out of the way for a second, and let's just do a quick look over at the box once again. So we've got Cobra Commander, G.I. Joe Classified Series from Hasbro. Side of the box depicts him clenched fist. You can almost hear him yelling, "Cobra!" at his enemies. Back of the box is that same standard art. You'll see in this that we've got the F125 that I mentioned earlier. This is the new card, file card I should say, which I wish there was like a decoder ring with it, but I guess being able to go on the internet is kind of what they expect most people to do. I guess I'm just old and lazy and rather have something inside the box. But yeah, that's pretty much it for in the box. Let's get him out of the box. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys compared. We've got Regal Cobra Commander on the left, Standard Cobra Commander on the right. First thing, obviously, is the bright blue versus the navy blue of the Standard Edition. But another thing to point out is the boots. We'll start at the bottom, work our way up. The boots on the Regal Cobra Commander, they have this lovely gold trim over the foot and on the shins. It's so nice. Honestly, it looks like on this one where it's all black, they just kind of cut corners. And I mean, I really would have liked to have seen him put maybe at least the silver and silver on the shins to mirror what we see over here. But I guess they decided to cut corners there. Moving up the leg, we have, I'll turn this guy so you can see a little more comparatively. We have, I'll go ahead and turn him too. They went with on the standard edition, we got the blue, dark blue pant leg with the red stripe running down it versus the blue on blue with the Regal edition. So carrying that same theme. Moving up the body, we have the obvious blue versus navy blue, gold versus black. Also, thing to notice is the pauldron on Cobra Commander's shoulder on the standard edition. They went with a very nice gold trim on that, surprisingly enough. On Regal, they swapped it for blue, which I actually think, I understand why they did it. The pauldron up here is gold. Gold on gold might look a little funny. But in that case, it really makes it pop on the standard edition. The gauntlets, black versus silver on the standard with the red insignia versus the gold and the navy or the dark blue. I think also the insignia on the standard edition seems to be a little bit of a deeper red. I don't think it's quite as deep as on the Regal edition, which seems maybe a little more, it's almost faded. It's just not as dark or as deep. Looking at the back of the figure, they both have the cape attached. However, the standard edition is using more of a flat dark blue versus standard, which uses a black. It's got a nice shine to it. It's nice. I don't know if a actual cape's going to have that nice of a shine in battle, but I mean, it's nice. It's interesting. Moving up the body, we have the black with silver trim versus the blue with the gold trim that kind of carries through both figures. And then finally, the helmet, we have the dark blue with silver trim versus the dark blue, light blue, and gold trim of the Regal edition. Now, one other thing I would like to point out, and hopefully the camera picks this up, is if you look at both of their face masks, if you look at the standard Cobra Commander, the Regal Cobra Commander versus the standard edition, if the camera's picking it up right, the standard edition actually seems to have a shine to it. It almost looks like in vehicles, you buy a vehicle and it has the paint job with pearl in it. They put like a pearl fleck in the paint, so it gives a little more of the light catches it better. So if I move these guys in a little bit, and maybe I don't even have to switch my lighting, you might be able to tell that this one it shines a lot more versus the flatness of the Regal edition. Maybe if I turn them this way, you might be able to see it better. I think you can. I hope you can. Leave a comment if you can see it. Yeah, this one's just very flat versus this one's just much shinier, much more attention grabbing. I hope that maybe when the Regal edition comes out that they actually use this pearl flake or whatever it is in the silver paint on the helmet, because that would be really nice to have that on the Regal edition. It seems to fit the theme, I would imagine. Otherwise, yeah, these guys, they're both fantastic figures. Yeah, look at those guys. I mean, I can certainly understand why Hasbro decided to go with the standard edition with the navy. That seems very battle ready, and maybe that's what they were trying to get across. But as we've seen from both the box art, hold it up there for a second, the box art is still the Regal edition. It's even that way on the standard edition. They kept it the same. But yeah, I can't wait to own the actual final production version of the Regal Cobra Commander. I hope that they make a few tweaks. Yeah, this is great. Let's move on to the accessories and talk about those real quick, because I forgot to talk about that completely. So nothing too terribly exciting here, other than the standard Cobra Commander comes with the sword gold handle, silver blade, versus the Regal edition that comes with a gold handle red blade. So a little more fancier with Mr. Regal Cobra Commander. Then we also have the flintlock pistols of the Regal Cobra Commander and the standard edition. Both very nice. It's definitely up Cobra Commander's alley. Definitely over the top with the snake motif going through to the pistol. But yeah, just standard Regal edition. Otherwise, exactly the same, just gold versus silver. And there we have it. Thanks for stopping by today and checking out my video on the Regal Cobra Commander. I gotta say, this figure is fantastic to own, and I can't wait for the production release in December or beginning of next year, whenever that may be. This figure is a definite must for your collection, and this is my first video, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what I could do different. I do plan on doing more of these videos. I am going to post another video hopefully later this week of yet another review of a yet-to-be-released figure in the G.I. Joe Classified series. So please, come back for that, and I will see you soon. Take care.